Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge is a circuit which consists of four resistance P, Q, R, L in the diamond shape. This is the diamond shape, and this is P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S. Now A and C, they are bridged by the battery or cell, and B and D are bridged by galvanometer. So this is called Wheatstone bridge. Here B and D, if they are not connected, then there will be gap. So they are bridged by galvanometer, and A and C is bridged by cell. Then it is called a Wheatstone bridge. Now Wheatstone bridge is of the two types. One type, it is the balanced Wheatstone bridge. In balanced Wheatstone bridge, there will be no current in BTC. In this, so the deflection galvanometer is equal to 0. Then the potential difference at B and D is 0, and current will be here 0. And such Wheatstone bridge is balanced Wheatstone bridge. We will consider the balanced Wheatstone bridge first. So, if we take the potential here between P and D, then the potential difference between P and D is 0, means potential difference at B is equal to potential difference at D. Potential difference at B is equal to potential at T. So B minus is D. So VB is equal to VD, or VD minus VD is equal to 0. So there is no potential difference, or they are at equal potential, so current will be equal to 0. So if we write it, VA minus VB is equal to VA minus VD. We have added here VA, and we may take the minus VB is equal to minus VD. So this is VAB, and this is VAD. VAD will be equal to, if the current of the circuit is I, it is here divided I1 here in this side. So by Kirchhoff first law, the rest of current I minus I1 will be in this arm AD. Here it is. Now here there is no current, so Ig is equal to 0. So this current will pass through it, and here it will be equal to I1. Here there is no current coming from this, so here it will be also I2, I minus I1. Now we take this circuit. So what will be there? Then P, the resistance of P into I1. This will be equal to R into current is I minus I1. So this is the one equation. Now second equation, we take VB is equal to VD, and we subtract VC. The VD minus VC from both the sides, VC subtracted here VC. So VB minus VC, VB minus VC will be equal to current multiplied by resistance. Current is I1 and resistance is Q. Here the current is I minus I1, and S is the resistance. So if we divide these two, we can get I1 cancel, I minus I1 will cancel. So P bata Q will be equal to R. So this is the condition for the balanced Wheatstone bridge. We can also write that P into S is equal to Q into S. And we can find the unknown resistance S will be equal to Q divided by P into R. So in Wheatstone bridge, we want to find the unknown resistance where P, Q and R are known. Then In the balance condition, this S will be equal to Q bata P into R. So this is the one method to solve this bridge problem. Another method is we can use the Kirchhoff's law. In Kirchhoff's law, first we will take that the current in this is not zero and current is Ig. That will be unbalanced condition. And then we will take a special case when Ig is equal to 0, then it will be the balance Wheatstone bridge. So here, if we take A, B, D, A, if we take this loop, then I1 into P, here this, now in this direction there will be Ig into G is the galvanometer, the Ig into G, and here the direction of current is this side and we are going this side, so it will be minus I minus I1 into Q. This is equation number 1. Now for this loop B, C, D, B, here the current is I1, Ig current here, so now rest of the current from first law I minus Ig. Here Ig will add, so in this branch the current will be equal to I minus I1 plus Ig. So we will take the loop B, C, D from here, then it is equal to I1 minus Ig into this resistance Q minus, now loop direction is this and current is this, so minus I minus I1 plus Ig, this current multiplied by the S will be equal, and sorry, minus Ig into G, this will be equal to 0. So this will be the condition when we consider that Ig current passes through the galvanometer, and that condition is when the Wheatstone bridge is unbalanced. Now if we consider that Wheatstone is balanced, then Ig will be equal to 0. So if we substitute here Ig is equal to 0 in this equation, then it will be equal to I1P is equal to, this will be, term will be equal to 0, we put it that side, this will be equal to I1 minus I minus I1 into R, and this is here also Ig is 0, here Ig is 0, here Ig is 0, so it will be equal to I1 into Q, this is equal to I minus I1 into S. So if we divide it, I1 will cancel, this will cancel, so P beta Q is equal to, same condition will be there. And or we can also P into S will be equal to Q. So in the balance condition, either we can have P beta Q is equal to R beta S, or we can say that P into S will be equal to R into Q. So this is the condition for the balance condition. So here, as I told earlier, that Wheatstone base is used to find the unknown resistance in the balance condition, and unknown resistance is the P and Q and R are known and S is unknown. So we can find from this equation we can find that R S will be equal to R into Q beta P. So unknown S is equal to Q beta P into R. So unknown resistance can be found with the help of Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone principle is a sensitive instrument by which we can find the exact value of the resistance which is in this DC circuit. Now when the Wheatstone will be sensitive, Wheatstone will be sensitive when the resistance of P, Q, R and S are of the same order. Means their values are different, but their values are not very much different. So in that condition, when we generally take P and Q fixed and we vary R and find the value of S, P and Q are fixed, and if we vary the R, then the deflection in galvanometer will vary. So if the deflection in galvanometer varies large by the small change in R, then we will say that Wheatstone base is sensitive. And that condition will be only and only when the order of P, Q, R and S are almost or nearly equal. So this is about the Wheatstone base. Now in Wheatstone base we will have two type of experiments. One is post-house box and another is the meter base. Post-house box is not in your course, but with meter base is in your course. So we will have apply the meter base. So now what is the meter base? Now if we take here, this circuit and we make it circuit like this, then these two resistances are in terms of wire. So here it is the resistance, one resistance, this another resistance, and these two resistances are here, and here galvanometer and there is a checking. And this wire will be, this is one resistance, this is, so this is your, here we will take this as a P resistance, this as a Q resistance, this as a R resistance, and this as a S resistance. So now why it is called the meter base? It called the meter base because the length of wire is 1 meter. The wire of the meter base is of either manganese or concentrate because their resistivity is high and the temperature coefficient is low. So there is a change in temperature, the change in resistance will be small. So here we will take the wire 1 meter long, constant or manganese wire, and meter scale is placed here to measure the length. Now this end, this is the one end of A end and this is the another end, and here there are the two ends, the metal strips, here central metal strip and another metal strips. So here the resistance, this resistance R is placed, which is generally resistance box, which is known resistance, and here is the where here will be the unknown resistance whose value we have to calculate. So and A and C are connected by the cell, and B and D are connected by the galvanometer and jockey is here. So this is the construction of this. Now this is also, this is why it is known as the meter base. It is known meter base because here the A and this point and this point, this point and this point, if they are not resistance and this unknown resistance is not there, then there will be gap. No current will pass from to here. So here this resistance box and this unknown resistance, they make a bridge so that current will passes from A to C in this fashion. So therefore it is known as the meter base. So meter base is based on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. It is meter base because the length of wire is meter and we can find the unknown resistance very accurately with the help of meter base. Now when the meter base, we have a galvanometer and his jockey. We can move jockey on this wire and we will find a place where there is a null deflection, means there is no deflection in the galvanometer, means the B and D point, these 2 points are in equipotential, and that is the condition of Wheatstone base which is balanced. Then P bata Q is equal to R bata S. So this resistance divided by this resistance, P bata Q is equal to R bata S. Now what is P will be equal, here the length is L. Now we know that the wire of the meter base is of uniform cross section. So the resistance is proportional to length because rho is constant, rho is same. The resistance is equal to rho into L bata A. So rho is constant, area of cross section is constant. So R is proportional to length. So the this P will be equal to, we take is constant, R is equal to K into L. So K is here resistance per unit length. So K into L, this will be length. Then this will be 100, this is L, then this is 100 minus L. And K into 100 minus L, this is equal to R bata S. R, K will cancel. So we can find the unknown resistance S is equal to 100 minus L bata L into R. So in this way we can find the value of S. Now this is in your practical and how to find the small resistance using the meter bridge. So what will we do? We will take this resistance as a small fractional resistance, and this is unknown resistance you put here. Now what you will do? You will put the jockey at 50. Means this resistance and this resistance will be equal, and adjust the resistance R such that the deflection is 0. So that suppose that resistance is 3.8, then you will take the resistance. If it is R is equal to 3.8, then for observation you will take 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9 and so on. So that the V-distortion is balanced. So you will take the reading. First you will take the serial number, you will take the 1 to 6 reading. Then the resistance used in here, suppose it is equal to 3.5, then 3.8. Find the balancing length when current is 0. This length you find the length. Then you find 100 minus L, and then you find the S from this relation. R into 100 minus L bata L. So you take the 6 reading and you take the mean, and that will be the average resistance of this. Now this is one way to find the resistance of unknown wire using the meter bridge. Now meter bridge can be used to find the or verify the law of series and law of parallel. In law of series we will have the two resistance S1 and S2. They are connected in series, then total resistance will be equal to S1 plus S2. So what will we do for the series? First we will take the S1 and find its resistance by meter bridge. Then we replace this by the S2 resistance, and then we will find again the value of S2. Then we will connect both in series, S1 and in series, and put it here in this gap, and then we will find the S1 plus S2. And third case, when we are finding that or we are proving the parallel combination, then we will put S1 and S2 parallel to each other and put it here in the gap, and we will find the value of. So we will find the value of S1, we will find the value of S2, we will find the S1 plus S2, and so that will be equal to SP. So if SP, we will find the difference SP, which is here series, and minus S1 minus S2, and this will be very small. Similarly, we find the parallel combination. Then we have find the S parallel, and we will find the parallel combination. Then SP will be equal to S1 into S2 but S1 plus S2, and difference of SP and minus S1 into S2 but S1 plus S2, it should be less, then it will prove it. Now we can also use meter bridge to find the specific resistance or resistivity. The resistivity is equal to S into A bata L. S is the resistance of wire, unknown resistance whose length is L and area of cross section is. So rho will be equal to S. We find the value from the meter bridge into area is pi r square. R is the radius of the wire and capital L is the length of the wire. Then substituting the value of S, pi into r square and divided by the length, we can find the resistivity using the meter bridge. Both the experiments are in your practical, so I have dealt both the method to find the resistivity of the wire of the unknown resistance as well as series combination and parallel combination using meter bridge.